Lot of model check for me. Don't check for me unless you got checks for me. I kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Lo had the spot in Church Street. So many they get a vasectomy. Me. She left her body home and brought her.
The second pick will be made by the Memphis Grizzlies.
What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports here with a Memphis Grizzlies draft prediction realistic rebuild after the lottery. Here are the objectives for the Grizzlies in this one. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button with notifications on so you don't miss another video. But also, if you're new to the channel, I do have a little spin on my realistic rebuild. I use trade override to make most of my trades, and this is not to cheat or help me out make this any easier, just to give a more realistic trade that works for both teams. 2K is not the best or most realistic trade or sim engine, so I just have that spin on my rebuilds. But here is the roster for the Grizzlies. Mike Conley, obviously their star franchise point guard, but he is on a 2-year deal. Team option on that, Jonas Valanciunas. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a very solid rookie season, but with the number 2 pick, I think they're going to go John Morant, so we might have to trade Mike Conley. With the second overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft, I am going to have the Memphis Grizzlies select John Morant out of Murray State, a hyper-athletic playmaker, can get to the rack, can shoot the 3 a little bit, and can also play make. So here we are going to be making a trade with Mike Conley, sending him to Phoenix. Phoenix did not draft a point guard, that's why I waited till after the draft. They actually drafted Brandon Clark, so they still need a point guard. Devin Booker is getting frustrated of not making the playoffs. We get Josh Jackson and a couple of first-round picks. Bucks pick, not going to be too high. Phoenix pick is protected, so not too much risk involved for Phoenix. Here is the rotation for year 1 with John Morant at point guard, Avery Bradley and Josh Jackson, Jaren Jackson, Valanciunas. Hopefully Josh Jackson turns into something with us, because in Phoenix he wasn't all that great, but we did hire a new coach. MVP for this season goes to Giannis on the Bucks, Zion Rookie of the Year, Jaren Jackson Most Improved Player. Not bad at all. Not too much of a jump in his numbers, but we like to see the improvement. And all NBA teams looking like this. Looks like no one on our team. All defensive teams. Maybe Jaren Jackson, but looks like he's not there. John Morant, all rookie first team. Okay numbers. I would expect a little bit higher scoring since he is the number 1 option on this team. And we did not make the playoffs. We were the 2nd worst team in the West. Keep in mind, our first round pick this season is top 6 protected. So if it falls outside of the top 6, then it goes to Boston. So Mike Conley putting up some good stats. Actually, Phoenix made the playoffs, so that looks like a pretty good trade for them. Morant, Jaren Jackson, Josh Jackson. Okay numbers, nothing too special, but. So in these finals, it looks like it is the Jazz and the Celtics. So we'll see who wins Game 7, and it looks like the Jazz win it. Donovan Mitchell Finals MVP. So here in the draft lottery, we're projected the 2nd overall pick, and we actually dropped to 4, but we still get to keep our pick at least. And with the 4th overall pick in the 2020 draft, we're going to select LaMelo Ball out of, here it says Lithuania, but it should say high school, or I don't even know where LaMelo is going, but he's a really skilled combo guard. And we are going to select Aaron Wiggins with our other first round pick that we got from the Bucks in that Phoenix trade. So we're going to select Aaron Wiggins, another combo guard. We're going to stack up the guards at this point. And this is going to be the rotation for year 2. LaMelo, I did move him to the 2, so it's going to kind of be like a Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum type of backcourt with 2 point guards. But LaMelo can definitely run the 2, and he's 6'7", so should be no size issues right there. Same coach, same system. MVP for this season goes to James Harden, Jaden McDaniels, which we could have drafted, but I didn't really see the fit with Jaden McDaniels there. He got Rookie of the Year, so maybe that will backfire on us, but hopefully LaMelo is good. But really in this video, we're not even trying to get to the finals or win a championship as LaMelo Ball gets on our all-rookie 2nd team. But we're just trying to become relevant, as the Grizzlies have not been relevant for a long time. So we're just trying to win a couple playoff series, maybe get to the conference finals if we can. We did miss the playoffs again, just barely, but at least we were better Morant, not the best numbers in the world for the number 2 pick, but everyone else did pretty solid. And in these finals, it is going to be the Rockets and the Celtics. So we'll see who takes it there, and the Rockets win. Harden, Finals MVP. In the draft lottery, we don't have our first round pick. Boston has it, but we do have Phoenix's pick. It is going to be at 22, but at least it is a first round pick. And with our first round pick from Phoenix, we're going to select a center, Hunter Dickerson out of Maryland. 7'1", 244 pounds. Going to be a more traditional center, not really going to space the floor too much, but maybe he'll be our center of the future. And this is going to be the rotation for year 3 with Morant, LaMelo, Josh Jackson. Don't know if we have money for free agency next year or maybe the year after that. We can go after maybe a center if Hunter Dickerson doesn't pan out. And Harden is going to win another MVP. Isaiah Todd, Rookie of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defense Player, and Brett Brown, Coach of the Year for the Sixers. All NBA teams looking like this. Still no one from the Grizzlies and no rookies, so we will check out the standings. We were actually the 9th seed in the West, so we just barely missed the playoffs. At least we are competing for a playoff spot, but we got to make the playoffs eventually. LaMelo actually led us in scoring. I mean, John Morant's not really scoring as much as I would like, but we have a lot of good scorers. And in the finals, it is going to be a Sixers-Lakers finals, but the Sixers are going to sweep Embiid, Finals MVP. In the draft lottery for this season, we do have our first round pick this time, and we don't get lucky, so we will still have a lottery pick though. With our lottery pick, we're going to go after another center / power forward just to see if one of them pans out and can be our franchise center to replace Marc Gasol. So Cameron Waits, 6'10", more of a power forward. So this is going to be the rotation going into year 4, I believe, year 4 or 5. But Morant and JJJ are definitely our 2 best players, almost getting into their primes. Not quite, but we should be competing for another playoff spot. Hopefully we make the playoffs. MVP this season goes to Giannis yet again. And Nico Mannion, Rookie of the Year on the Nuggets. Cole Anthony, Most Improved. Anthony Miller, Coach of the Year. All NBA teams looking like this. Did John Morant make it? No, he did not. But Jaren Jackson Jr. does make a defensive team. Like to see that from him. 2 blocks a game. Not bad at all. Hunter Dickerson, pretty good off the bench, actually. And then checking out the standings. Number 2 seed in the West. Was not expecting that with our record, but it was still pretty good. We're playing the Spurs in the first round. Pretty good team, I gotta say that. We could lose, but hopefully we do win. Morant finally stepping up and scoring a little bit more. LaMelo being efficient. Yeah, everyone's doing their job on this team. Checking out the team stats on offense, we were about middle of the pack. On defense, we were top 10. First round of the playoffs here. We finally made the playoffs. Pretty much our goal is to win a couple of playoff series in this video. Not really to get to the finals. We're down 2-1 though. 2-2, okay. Can we get it done? 3-2. Game 7. And we just barely pull it out. Game 7. And it looks like Josh Jackson had a pretty good game. Yeah, they had Jalen Green, but... Second round here against the Lakers. They still have LeBron, so I don't know how good we're going to do. Already down 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. We might lose here, and we do lose. We could have played Phoenix. That would have been pretty cool, playing against Mike Conley. But Josh Jackson actually had a really good game. Had a pretty good playoffs this playoff run, but was not enough. And LeBron doing LeBron things, still has not retired. NBA Finals this time. The Phoenix Suns are going to win the championship. Brandon Clark, Finals MVP. Did Mike Conley resign? He did. So Mike Conley wins the championship before us. Draft lottery for this season looking like this. And obviously we're not in the lottery because we made the playoffs. But we do have a first round pick to work with. So with our rotation, this is what we're going to go with. Morant. And we did offer him a max contract because obviously we're not going to get any free agents. And Morant kind of hasn't been playing up to par, but still going to give him a max contract. And let's just see what happens this season. So Giannis is going to win the MVP for this season. Yet again, Shaquille O'Neal, Rookie of the Year. And Bucks Coach of the Year. John Morant, All-NBA first team. Like to see that. Living up to his contract. And shot actually really well from 3. Looks like Jaren Jackson, though, All-NBA defensive team. First team. Wow, that was hard to say, but Memphis, we did make the playoffs, 5th seed. So not too bad. We're kind of making the playoffs, staying relevant at least. And player stats, we saw Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. not bad at all. Like his defense. Everyone else, as I said, solid. Number 2 offense in the league, but we were pretty bad defensively. Pretty cool matchup here in round 1. Zion versus John Morant, the old AAU teammates. So we'll see if we can get the better of Zion and AD. And we're actually up 3-1, 3-2. And we win in 6, so Zion is going to lose to John Morant here. Josh Jackson, 27. I don't know why Josh Jackson has been playing really good in the playoffs, but not the regular season. Anthony Davis still on the team. Zion, complete monster, but couldn't get it done. And the matchup we've all been waiting for in round 2. Mike Conley versus his former team, the Grizzlies. Versus John Morant, the guy who replaced him as the franchise point guard. So we'll see if we can take him down. 2-2, very competitive right now. 3-2 Phoenix. Can we force a game 7? Yes, we do. Game 7. It is in Phoenix, though. Can we win on the road? Big statement game for the Grizzlies, and we do end up losing this one. So not too good right there. Mike Conley still on the team, so he gets his revenge for being traded. And the Suns are actually going to get back to the finals. Can they win back-to-back titles? That would be really embarrassing for us trading. And they do win back-to-back titles. We're going to give it one more go with this team with John Morant as the leader. LaMelo, Josh Jackson, pretty much the same core. And we're going to give it one more go. See if we can do better than last season. Get to the conference finals. That would be really cool. But same coach, same system. And Giannis is going to win yet another MVP for the Bucks. And we don't really care about any of the other awards. But Morant, again, All-NBA first team. Finally scoring over 20 a game. And also 10 assists. But Jaren Jackson Jr. also All-NBA third team. 2.3 blocks a game. Not bad. Also All-Defensive first team as well. So that's pretty cool. We did barely make the playoffs as the 8th seed. We had a losing record. I don't know how. But we're playing the Mavericks in the first round. Very good team. We'll check out the season stats. Morant, we saw. Everyone did pretty solid. Last chance here to do something important for the Grizzlies in round 1. It's a very good Mavericks team. We win game 1, actually. 1-1. 2-1. 3-1. And we lose in 5 games. So that is going to do it for our playoff success. I mean, we won 2 playoff series, which I guess is relevant. Made the playoffs for a couple of years straight, so not too bad. Morant had 19 in this game. And the finals is going to be Mavericks and the Celtics. So the Celtics actually sweep them. Kyrie Irving wins the finals MVP. So that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment on the road to 1K.